Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. This is Peter Drury and I'm happy to inform you that Jim Beglin has joined me to offer his expertise.
Well, I can tell you I'm truly delighted to join you, Peter, and thank you very much for that.
The famous yellow wall stands tall. This has to be one of the most iconic places in European football. And we're underway. So, Jim, who would you identify as the key man in this fixture?
Well, Peter, I think you're going to have to go a very long way to find a better all-round midfielder than Fede Valverde. He's got the in...
And the shot! Oh, he did the hard part right, but fluffed the finish.
That's good running. It makes life so much easier when you have people who are willing to go beyond the defence like that.
Rashford does well down the left, but he needs support here. Good read, needed to be.
Well, he was given the time and room initially to hold on to the ball, but eventually he was squeezed that bit harder and the task became too much. I think he's got to be a little quicker in his distribution then and get others into the match.
Costa Curta. And he goes cross-field. And Julie. Soboslai could try cutting inside here. Great ball. Doué! Van der Ven getting this one clear. Chance! And that is doing no harm at all.
Maradona clearly felt that distance wasn't an issue, but maybe there were better options for him there.
The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. And claimed it back swiftly. Pass is coming off in quick succession here. It's Rashford! Great effort, beautifully taken.
That's a great effort. There was very little backlift to indicate what was coming.
That's a lovely, neat pass. Valverde. It's a really well-measured ball. He slings it in. Pass somewhat off target. And here's Mbappe. Well read. And the danger is averted. Now it's Inzaghi. And here's Martinelli. Doué. It's a pretty loose pass. Looking for the run. Doué going face-to-face with his great rival. I wonder what you've seen, Jim, over the early moments of the game.
Well, neither side has really grabbed the initiative, I would say. Both must have come in with a view of not making any early mistakes. So we're seeing some conservatism here.
And there's green grass ahead of him. He's through and all alone! And that's a throw-in. Filippo Inzaghi. And he's managed to get free. And it's Doué. He's gone for goal! Now that has posed a few awkward questions.
Well, that was certainly bold, Peter. He's never short on confidence.
Plenty of endeavour from either side, but not much of it in the vicinity of either goal.
I actually think both teams are playing okay here. We've had some good attempts, although they've mounted to nothing so far.
Marquinhos is pretty much the definition of the word uncompromising. Not the most accurate pass. That's a nicely shaped ball. Great chance! Goal! Barcelona! One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch, and they're dazed.
A 1-0 lead established.
Well, I guess this ought to make things interesting, Peter. No doubt the opposition will now be forced to play a more open and riskier game.
Oh, that's a key interception. Valverde.
Borussia Dortmund really can't go chasing this game too soon. Any rash decisions now could see them lose it.
Neither of these two want to come off second best. Can he get it through? Doué, and he shoots! Oh, nice, just not quite.
He actually looks pretty annoyed with himself there. He's usually better than that.
Zanetti spots it and intercepts. De Jong, Paz. That's good running with the ball. That's been slipped through. Caught offside that time. That has not gone well. Oh, good-looking ball. Good ball, good take. And he's cut it out. Julie. That's a promising run he's making on the right. And this is Inzaghi. Rijkaard is always looking to break lines. Gets a good foot in there. Rashford. 15 minutes till half-time. Well, the idea was a good one. The execution of it, not quite so.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on.
Decent chance! Martinelli might just make this. Well played, that has snuffed out the danger. Now it's Rashford. He's shifting through the gears here. Big chance! And yes, it's there! A 2-goal lead, and they're firmly in control. Barcelona are now luxuriating in a 2-goal lead.
You can really sense how important this goal was for them. They needed it, now they have it.
Oh, that pass isn't the best. Filippo Inzaghi. There's a no-nonsense tackle. And he's quick to get it clear again. Some excellent tackling here, and that one a perfect example. Takes a shot! Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Well, it looked promising for a moment, but it came to nothing. Martinelli. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
That's a sharp pass. Doué! I'll be a bit disappointed with that.
Oh, it looked like he tried to give it some extra whip.
Costa Curta. And it's Doué. Rijkaard. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. Now then, the ball's come loose. Martinelli. He's a sharp little ball here. Paz. Mbappe. Muscular approach does pay off here. Mbappe was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Now it's Doué.
2 added minutes has been indicated.
Costa Curta. And it's Maradona. Rashford. Zanetti gets a foot in here. Now, can they get him away? He has found the way through. Up he goes! And the half-time whistle goes. Borussia Dortmund were so close to ending that half in the perfect fashion, but it just wasn't to be in the end. Any strong opinions on the first half?
Well, I think things have worked out pretty well so far, Peter. If it ain't broke, don't fix it, so I think the manager has to resist change at this stage.
Substitution.
And the second half gets underway.
Well, I think they have to be positive despite the scoreline. The one thing they don't want to do, Peter, is give away an early goal.
And a chance! Euphoria, utopia, and they are cavorting. And they are pulling clear here.
I think you have to appreciate the simplicity and efficiency of it all there, Peter. The ease at which the defence got taken out of the equation, and he was never going to miss that.
And it didn't take him long. Just sitting on the bench and waiting moments ago, already he has scored.
That's just as the manager would have seen it, an impact sub.
Substitution for Borussia Dortmund.
So time for change, and this one has been on the cards for a little while. Barcelona find a position of real strength now.
On the field, number 13, Hazard. Number 8, Royce.
He's picked his way through. Maradona. Royce charging forward, the ball at his feet. Oh, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. That's great defensive work. It doesn't take too much imagination to guess what would have happened otherwise.
Yeah, the confidence we can admire, the decision-making we can't. He'll learn from it.
Pinches it off him. Barcelona needed that. They really needed it.
You know, it was an intervention that had to be made. Serious trouble lay in store. Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. And he's running through. Oh, that's fabulous. Oh, well played. Oh, there's a probing ball. Now it's Inzaghi. He can run onto that. Filippo Inzaghi is offering some sort of an apology there.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out.
Oh, he's seen that early. Used a certain sixth sense.
Is that the first time we've seen them try that? It's definitely given the opposition a little more to think about. This is actually quite a courageous move, and
he's got full. No mistake. He watched it all the way, and the finish was unerring.
So well played, Peter. Did a great job keeping sight of the ball. Made a classic move and met it perfectly.
Borussia Dortmund give themselves a fighting chance, back in with a shout. Quality ball. That has ended up in no man's land. And that could set him on his way. Savinho. Borussia Dortmund needing a change of fortune here. Barcelona are looking to play on the counter here, aren't they?
Well, I think it's pretty clear they've changed their shape, and certainly when defending at least, because they've got to be ready to hit them hard.
He's been bundled over, that is a foul. And the referee has shown him a yellow card. The player's body language here is a bit grim. It is not looking great at all.
Yeah, well, they were exposed and vulnerable, and he knew he had to do something to prevent a goal then.
He'll fancy himself from here. This the perfect chance to extend the advantage. He's had a crack, and it's hit the woodwork and out. Van der Ven goes for a shot. And we have our very first corner. And it's been taken short. Oh, that's neat. Backward it goes. Shapes to shoot! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
De Jong clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
Corner number 2 then. And he's made sure that's not getting through. Borussia Dortmund are looking to go forward now. Filippo Inzaghi. Borussia Dortmund perhaps wondering what the best time is for their next substitution.
They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
Paz. And that's really well manoeuvred. Now it's Inzaghi. Now it's Doué. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup. Borussia Dortmund have a free kick. And that is a routine catch.
Well, that was just asking too much of himself from there.
Valverde, Szoboszlai cuts out the pass. And he was quick to react. Kubasi. And Araujo. Ball's gone out of play. Saliba. Filippo Inzaghi looking to play him in. Oh, this looks sharp. Now it's Mbappe. And now the breakaway. Now it's Mbappe. Abiati gets rid without sophistication. That's a throw. Closing in on the last quarter of an hour. Now, can they get him away? And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
Looking for options for movement. And he's in on goal. Can he finish? Oh, taken with style. No space, no problem. You just cannot stop him.
Well, at one stage, he was being body-checked, Peter, and then the next minute, it's in the back of the net. That's wonderful striking.
Barcelona blast themselves into a 3-goal lead. It's Maradona! Saliba gets it away. Couldn't squeeze it through. He won't be happy with that one. That's been cut out, well played. Has a look and place it forward. And this is Maradona. Now it's Mbappe. Now it's Mbappe. A mixture of good defending and indecisive passing. No progress. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Barcelona looking to pass their way through. And it's Inzaghi. Oh, super find. Oh, that's superb. Doué!
They want to be quick here. It's breakaway time.
Now it's Savinho. Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
He is through here. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Nicely aimed pass. Paz. And the pass is intercepted. And it's made its way to him. Valverde. Paz. Now it's Savinho. He's beaten the last man. Azar. Now it's Inzaghi.
There will be 3 minutes added time.
Paz. Can he get it through? Board shows there will be 3 extra minutes. Oh, it's come loose. Soboslai kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. Paz, who does have an assist to his name. Costa Curta calmly anticipates. And this is Inzaghi. Now it's Mbappe.
There they go, hunting again.
Added time is up, and there goes the whistle. Borussia Dortmund have very little in the way of excuses here, simply having no answer to it.